In Genesis chapter 45, Joseph reveals himself to his brothers, and we'll see that he's very much a foreshadowing of Christ. Here's some background. Joseph is being used by God to test his brothers' hearts, to see if they're still the same jealous siblings who sold him into slavery years ago. But they've passed the test. They're now demonstrating self-sacrifice and humility. So the test is over, and Joseph is now revealing his true identity to them. In response, Joseph's brothers are dismayed, no doubt fearing that Joseph may take revenge upon them for their past sins. So Joseph speaks words of encouragement to them in verses 4 and 5. And Joseph said to his brothers, "Please come near to me." So they came near. Then he said, "I am Joseph your brother, whom you sold into Egypt. But now do not therefore be grieved or angry with yourselves because you sold me here. For God sent me before you to preserve life." So Joseph assures his brothers he's not bitter. In fact, he's convinced that God's been in charge all along. Joseph realizes that God has been working out his purposes in everything. God is accomplishing a great deliverance by saving his people from starvation, for there are still 5 years of famine to go. Thus, Joseph's suffering has set the stage for a great work of God. Later in this chapter, Joseph will send his brothers back to Canaan to go and tell their father that he's alive and that their entire family should come to Egypt so they can survive. Joseph is a foreshadowing of Christ. There are many similarities. Here are 7 specific similarities. Number 1, both Joseph and Jesus suffer, though innocent. Number 2, both are perceived to be dead, never to be seen again. Number 3, both rise to the number 2 position. Joseph under only Pharaoh, Jesus under only God the Father. Number 4, both reveal themselves to their brethren. Joseph reveals himself to his brethren in this passage, and Jesus reveals himself to his brethren after he rises from the dead. And then similarity number 5, both express love and forgiveness. Number 6, both offer salvation. Joseph offers salvation from physical hunger, and Jesus offers salvation from spiritual hunger. And finally, similarity number 7, both send their brethren to go with a sense of urgency to tell others and to invite others. In Jesus' case, it's called the Great Commission. Let's be those who, like Joseph and ultimately Jesus, forgive freely. And let's be those who, like Joseph's brothers, heed the call to go, tell others about Jesus, and invite them to come to Christ. Thanks for listening.